Hey.
Morning.
No. Mega 14 chat. At least you get to go to the movies now. That's a fog, right?
Movies.
What?
You motherfucker.
Hello there.
Oh, it's your best friend!
Hey Moida, I'm going to sleep. Have fun playing Danganronpa tonight. You son of
I
a
didn't think you'd go that
bitch.
far. So far, you played so much afterwards.
Make him pay, Hentai! Make him pay!
Who is this?
Make him
Pina
pay, Hentai! Make him
Colada.
pay!
D Mems 22. What's up?
I see. Hey!
Did you call me? What? What are you gonna do?
Well, great. Now I'm $15 million in debt for no reason.
What do you mean? Not that big a deal, dude.
Huh?
Just pay it off.
Listen up!
Tell me about it.
That's...
Pretty good purchase, if you ask me.
The Wizard of Monterey.
Look forward to it, okay?
Hey.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why?
What do you mean?
Why does it matter?
Because it's a Pog movie, dude. You're gonna want to frame that later.
Variety of common tasks. It's a limited item.
What's this? Too bad. You're so stupid. Shocking.
limited to one person. You're saying that there's 2 bags? None on me. So that the movie theater, okay.
Well now. Now then. I can't wait! I can't wait!
Impossible.
Uh, 2.5D will be screening shortly.
Boss champ?
Now Ben, please relax and enjoy the film.
Monokuma was born in a remote village full of old people because the death rates outpaced the birth rates.
Death rates outpace birth rates. I think the problem is not the death rates. So the only thing that matters is that the birth rates are small. If the death rates are big, then everyone would be dead, and including old people. This game sucks.
So
One day,
mad.
Monokuma was swept up by a tornado created by a helicopter gunship during a routine military exercise,
Good, fuck that fucker.
and was whisked away to Monami's country. Monokuma wanted to return to his homeland so he could go back to pestering the old people for change. So he began his journey to see the wizard Monami, who was rumored to grant any wish one desires. Along the way, he met a very loyal group of friends. Monokuma met a Monami scarecrow who was missing a brain. When he recommended that she commit suicide, the Monami scarecrow hanged herself and died. He also met a Monami lion. He also met a Monami Tin Man who was missing a heart, so Monokuma sliced her into lumps of iron. After a lot of other stuff happened, Monokuma finally reached the wizard Monami, the great and powerful. Eventually, one thing led to another, and he started beating the crap out of Monami. And in the end, he somehow usurped the kingdom from her. With this, Monokuma enslaved the old people, took their pensions, and lived the rest of his days in luxury. And he lived happily ever after. The end.
A great movie. 10 out of 10.
That was stupid.
So, bye-bye.
Well,
What do you mean it matches the lion's death? How?
but
Full of arrows. Sliced. This game's fucking stupid.
So mad.
Chopped. Died by getting chopped. Getting sliced. Full of arrows.
you have. Listen well.
Damn right. I get it. I see. Hey,
Gundam saw me.
I see. Like,
No.
I... Well, yeah.
Split up. I saw you guys there.
Well,
Yeah, that means nothing because that's not what happened.
huh? Jeez.
It's possible. It's possible that you did it. They split up. I don't like this. I don't like this alibi. Fihiro and Mikami only separated for a short time. That's all it takes. Why are you in here? Especially if it's locked.
She followed you in there.
No.
What?
How else would she be in there?
What? That doesn't make sense.
How doesn't it make sense? What? It makes more sense, her just being in Hyoko's locked room.
She appeared in the room, which...
However, perhaps,
Yesterday I went to go talk to her. Yesterday I went to go talk to her since she had been in her room for some time. I think I could go outside a bit. By coincidence. By coincidence, it was not locked at that time. And then I saw it. But then she could not tie her sash anymore. I believe she was having trouble with it. She didn't leave her room because she couldn't tie her kimono.
you are right.
The others might have thought it was just a silly sash, but it must have been a serious issue for her. It must have been a serious issue for her. She learned how to tie her sash from Mahiru. Mahiru kindly taught her the basics. She wanted to be able to tie her sash on her own.
Perhaps. Hyoko, by chance, are you having trouble wearing your kimono?
Stupid! What are you saying? Of course I can do it! Because Mahiru taught me. That's why I can do it on my own.
If that is the case, how about you do it someplace where there is a mirror? Do you remember the full-length mirror in the storage room at the music venue?
Someplace where there is a mirror. Someplace where there is a mirror. Do you remember? Do they know to begin with? Is it weird that Sonia knows? It's possible that she knows. We've all been to the music venues, and we've all explored individually. It's possible that certainly possible that she knows. Just knowing the knowledge is not weird.
If you do it while standing in front of a large mirror, I am confident you will be successful. Also, shutting yourself in your room like this may be bad for your health. It cannot be.
Could it be Hyoko remembered that? That was when she kicked me out. She went to the music venue to wear her kimono. Her room was locked and she had her key with her. So he's trying to say she left her room willingly and went to the music venue. But that's weird. Did you tell anyone about that? Was anyone else aware that she was going to the music venue? I never told anyone. I do not believe anyone was listening. Is that true? If it is, does that make her suspicious? Something's wrong. I agree. Sucks. Doesn't really show that I dare sleep. There's a mirror, but it's so small and rusty. I don't know why anyone can use this. That's it? That's it in her room? She learned how to tie her sash from Mahi.
However,
Yeah, time to try. I don't think that she was abducted, but how did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? How did the killer know Hiyoko was going to the music venue? Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they did not plan to kill Hiyoko, but they had to cover themselves up. Maybe that explains why there are two murders. Ibuki's death matches the movie, but Hiyoko's death, she was not killed by arrows. Was she chopped up? Her throat was cut, but her body is still in one piece. So, would you consider that accurate? Was it accurate? And therefore, was it intentional? Was it planned? Why did they... Using duct tape has nothing to do with the movie. And yet her sash was on at the end, but it was at the front. Her throat was slit, but there's minimal blood on her outfit, including her sash. If your throat is slit like that, you're gonna release. You're gonna release blood, and we should be able to see it on her clothes. So this tells me that her clothes were not on when she was attacked. Or at least her and then the killer I mean, if she was not wearing her clothes when she was attacked, then that tells me she was probably in the music venue storage room looking at the mirror, which makes me think she was killed in the storage room. But was there any bloodstains in the storage room? There should be bloodstains somewhere. It was... There was a bloodstain on the stage. That's probably it, right? That's probably her blood. There was no other source of blood in this case. So what, she was attacked on the stage? How does that make sense? She went there to look at the mirror. So why did she get attacked on the stage? I feel like the sash was tied by the killer after her death. I mean, it's on the front, which is wrong, and that makes me think the killer did it. I mean, Hyoko's gonna do it right or not at all. Wait, Sonia said... Yesterday. When yesterday? Ibuki was killed this morning. At the time of the morning announcement. Yesterday. Yesterday night, yesterday afternoon. Did you tell anyone about that? Before the incident? Or was someone listening in? No sign that someone made a mess. It's hard to think, but how does she know? I don't see any blood stains in here. Okay, so there's nothing in here. Specifically to remove blood stains, and I see no blood stains in the storage room. So that makes me think Yoko was not attacked in the storage room. So she must have... She must have... This must be it. This must be where she was attacked. This blood stain. But why? Why was she here? Someone see her and then look at her body. Okay, there is blood. There is blood on her kimono. The blood is linear. Seems as though it originates from her neck and it goes I see a couple of lines. They seem to share a common origin at her neck. Yeah, I see multiple lines. So yeah, it looks like and then it drips down. Sure. Okay, yeah, it looks like the bloodstains were created during the attack. They were created by her fatal injury. They're on the clothes, meaning... Okay, so her neck was cut. And then it released blood from the neck. and it's on the clothes, meaning she was wearing this kimono when she was attacked. Blood came out of her neck onto her kimono. It's also on her sash. Seems as though there are a couple of lines. So the blood stains on her sash match the blood stains on her kimono. They're straight, linear. They connect to the place. They connect to the bloodstains on the kimono. So she was wearing the kimono and the sash as is when she was attacked and died. And indeed died instantly. There is no blood on the duct tape. Even though the duct tape passes through the blood, passes over the blood stain. So that tells me she was killed before she was duct taped, which seems normal. She was not. Yeah, and the fact that there's no blood on the duct tape also tells me that it was mostly dry. I mean, she died a while ago. Suspended against the pillar. Forced to stand upright. Slit throat. Slit throat is not arrows. It's maybe chopped, maybe sliced up. But specifically at her throat, and the rest of her is still in one piece. I feel like it's different. The Tin Man was chopped. Is severed into more than one piece multiple times. There was multiple slices all the way through. This is one slice just at the neck. Almost as if it was a functional killing. They sliced her at the neck for an instant kill. To kill her as fast as possible. As conveniently as possible. If they wanted to imitate the movie, or if it was planned, it would have been arrows, or puncture wounds, or it would have been multiple slices. If not all the way through her body, at least multiple slices, multiple parts of the body. So this tells me Hiyoko's murder was not planned. I think she showed up and they were like, oh shit, I gotta do something about her. I gotta keep her silent. So I have to kill her. So, okay. So, I mean, I'm thinking Hiyoko... So Hiyoko's sash is on the front. that tells me, and she was wearing it when she was attacked, which tells me she was the one who dressed herself. She put the sash on the front temporarily, so she can travel from the motel to the music venue without exposing her, without being naked. She ties it on the front because it's easy, and it's easy to do. It's just temporary until she gets to the music venue, where she can look at the mirror and redo the sash on the back the proper way. But she never made it there. She never made it there, and so she shows up at the music venue while the killer is setting up all their junk. She's like, what the fuck are you doing here? And they're like, oh shit. So they kill her. I don't know where they got the knife or where it is now, but they killed her. And then yeah, she shows up and they're like, oh shit, and then they kill her. It was by chance. They didn't know. They did not know Hyuga was gonna come there. It was not planned. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So what happens when a killer is setting up a crime and someone accidentally catches them in the act? They get killed. That's what happens. And that's what happened to Hyoko. Wrong place, wrong time. Mango 40. Okay, Hyoko. I will find the truth. I will find your killer. Stopped bleeding, probably because of the duct tape wrapped around it. Maybe. But either way, she died before Ibuki. After hearing it from Nagito, neck looks like it stopped bleeding because of the duct tape. Duct tape to conceal the wound, and then it stopped the bleeding. But what seems strange to me is the condition of Hyoko's kimono. It's all disheveled, and her sash is tied in the front. It's disheveled because she sucks at dressing herself. Her sash is tied in the front because she was trying to go to the mirror. Can we do this? No. One more clue, motel key. The fact that she still has the key on her tells me that the killer did not do anything to her kimono, did not take it on or put it off, which is what I already concluded. Hyoko was killed so suddenly. I didn't see Hyoko's body there. Is this accurate? Hold on. There's a piece of wallpaper hanging from above. I thought the wallpaper was supposed to was placed around the pillar to hide Hiyoko's body. Is this an accurate flashback? I didn't see Hiyoko's body there. During the time I was getting everyone before it must have been during the time I was getting everyone before I came back here. I don't think so, because that bloodstain... No. There's no way. I'm gonna check this flashback. My VOD. But there's no way Hiyoko is... No. No. It was yesterday when Hiyoko talked to Sonia and then she went to the music venue. Probably. Yeah, there's no way they kill her. That blood belonged to, the blood on the stage belongs to Hiyoko, so there's no way Hiyoko shows up, they kill her, they scrub off the blood, and then they put all that duct tape around within 10 minutes. There's a curtain. It's not wide enough. It's not reaching from one edge of the stage to the other. The furniture section. So another time to actually bring this curtain from the supermarket. Is that true? Black curtain, not wide enough. Originally from the supermarket. Is that true?
I put a picture in Discord of that flashback when it happened in real time. That'll be $10.
Thank you. You know what? Yeah, when I compare the two pictures, the picture in Discord and the current state of the crime scene, I think it's clear that the thickness is different. So this distance is different from this distance. Certainly. Certainly. Do I see any blood on the floor? I don't know, but I'll ignore that. But yeah, certainly this distance. There's a gap here, but there's no gap here. So so thanks for the inaccurate flashback, Danganronpa, piece of shit game.
You make a video game,
Okay.
asshole.
Alright, so mystery solved. She's been dead, which is what I've been saying all along. So now, what does that tell me? Okay, so if I could find some information about people's alibis yesterday when Hiyoko was killed, that might help me. But is that information about everyone else's alibis available? Soles of her feet are dirty. It'd be blood belonging to someone else. Should be clear because well, she came from the right side of the stage, which is where the bloodstain was. But does that explain it? Was the blood not dry at that point? Should be clear because I personally saw it. That should be clear because I personally saw it. She was climbing the stepladder on her own in that video. Climbing the stepladder on her own. Okay. That should be impossible. Hiyoko did not die afterward. It's not possible that Ibuki killed Hiyoko. And even if she did, someone else is responsible for killing Ibuki. Ibuki has no bloodstains on her. So I don't think she killed Hiyoko. Ibuki's death was a suicide and Hiyoko's death afterwards has no explanation. Again, that's not true. Let's have it. Who cares just from this rope? Based on what? Hard to figure out who the killer is just from this. regular rope from the supermarket. No way to find out who the killer is. Hanging. But I need to find Hyoko's murder weapon. It was a knife or a blade. Shoot, if her throat was cut. Ibuki had no open wounds. It's believed the blood belonged to Hyoko. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. There's no other source of blood. I don't think this is the killer's blood. That would have to mean that Hiyoko fought back. But she had no weapon on her, so I don't know how she's gonna draw blood. And anyway, Hiyoko died instantly. Sharp-edged tool. Blood lost due to throat being slit by a sharp-edged tool. If it was blood loss, there should be blood somewhere. And there is on the floor. It was wiped away. Don't understand what this is. Strange glob. They said it was some sort of liquid that hardened. So what, they poured it into the cracks and then it hardened? But why does that matter? Is that related to the locked door? The locked door mystery?
You got it wrong! But...
The order. The movie, no one said. I mean, the order did not. The order was unimportant. They don't have to. I feel like the order of the murders in the movie doesn't matter anyway. But anyway, it's not an imitation, so who cares? Is there any reason for them to code at the time of death? Yes, because they died first. And now it's gonna be like, oh wow, the murderer came back and killed Hiyoko in those 10 minutes. Wow, who could it be? And then blah blah blah. No one's doing the order of the murders. Is there any reason for them to cover up the time of death? Time of death. Oh wait, let me look at the curtain from the flashback. I'm gonna have to rewatch the VOD. Figure out the mystery of the black curtain. Why is it necessary?
The what curtain?
What? Okay.
You gotta figure out why it's black, or what? Is that a problem for you?
No, that's not it at all.
I reported you.
Well, haven't seen you in a while. Eating and drinking is forbidden. And we've been here for a couple of days. So it's impossible for someone to have been... Even for patients? Is it forbidden for patients? That makes no sense. Naito's been here for X days.
I would assume it's for like visitors and stuff. Because otherwise, patients would just die.
Right. Patients who need to be disregarding patients who need to be accompanied. Overnight stays by non-patients are forbidden. But if Nekomaru is a patient, he could have been there the whole time. Only one person can accompany the infected thanks to Monokuma's selfish rule? What?
Well,
Hey, hey! Right!
You prepared the surveillance camera unit. Now they have to spit. If there are other surveillance camera units, would it be possible to transmit a signal? To the hospital. Would it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras too?
Man.
Right, they're in pairs.
Hey!
Each surveillance camera unit manages its broadcast based on a specific number. Even if you bring the same model camera or monitor, you won't be able to interfere with the signal.
Huh?
I didn't just swap cameras, I modified them and increased the wireless range. If I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to use it. Okay. Okay, so before... Damn it. Movie theater. Motel. It's true that the music venue is closer than the motel. Fuyuhiko said, I went from the hospital to the movie theater and Electric Ave, and then we met you outside the motel. Is that true? He said Fuyuhiko and Mikan split up. If they check the theater and the avenue, and then so the question is, did Fuyuhiko really come clockwise around the island? Or is it possible he went counterclockwise, passed by the music venue, ripped down the curtains, and then but wait, the killer was in the music venue. It's a live broadcast, so when we saw Ibuki die, it was just before the morning announcement, and the killer was there, controlling the camera. So the killer was at the music venue just before the morning announcement. So who could be here at that time? This time and place, who? Could it be Fuyuhiko? Fuyuhiko waits for Hajime to pick up the transmission. Kills Ibuki. Well, Hajime came from the hospital to the music venue. So the killer kills Ibuki during the morning announcement, and then what, they leave or they hide in the storage room. Hajime comes from this direction, so the killer could not have fled in this direction. They must have hid in the room or fled in the other direction towards the motel. But supposedly Fuyuhiko meets up with Mikan at the hospital after the morning announcement. So Hajime runs straight to the music venue from the hospital. So let's imagine Fuyuhiko. So Hajime runs over here. So Fuyuhiko, if this is Fuyuhiko, he's supposed to go to the hospital. So is it possible for him to run a circuit around the island and loop around to the hospital in that amount of time? Okay. Okay, broadcast. Hajime runs to the music venue. Fuyuhiko runs a loop around the other direction. So Hajime arrives at the music venue. By that time, Fuyuhiko's left and he's running around the island. Probably gets back to the hospital shortly after and meets up with Mikan. And then Fuyuhiko leaves the music venue and goes to the motel. So by the time Hajime reaches the music venue, the fake wallpaper is still hanging. Here it comes here. So Hajime arrives at the music venue. Fuyuhiko arrives at the hospital around the same time, or slightly after. Hajime leaves to go to the motel. And then comes back within 10 minutes. Then is it possible in those 10 minutes Fuyuhiko and Mikan meet up at the hospital? Fuyuhiko goes... Fuyuhiko and Mikan split up. They meet. Fuyuhiko secretly goes this way, tears down the fake wallpaper, and then I feel like that's unrealistic. He's supposed to be with Mikan, who went this way. So if Fuyuhiko went this way, he comes this way, he quickly takes down the wallpaper, tears down the wallpaper, stashes it in the room, and then runs out and reunites with everyone at the motel. Does Fuyuhiko have... And then... he was here, he was here. By the time he gets here, he was here. I think this timeline is impossible for Fuyuhiko. They checked the movie theater and Electric Avenue. But they didn't find anyone. That also tells me that the killer did not loop around the island. If they didn't pass by anyone, that means the killer did not loop around the island. So, killer here, Hajime comes this direction, and shortly after, Mikan and Fuyuhiko sweep the other direction. So if they swept this direction and saw no one, I swept this direction and saw no one, then the killer must have been around here, right? So maybe they were either they're hiding in the music venue, or they were here. Oh, fuck me.
Hajime.
That's right.
Hey, hey.
There was a black curtain hanging. No stickers on it. Whole display is pretty dark, just using candlelight. No, this is gonna be okay. Well, we found her body hanging, so straight to the step ladder without any hesitation. She grabbed that rope and
Man.
nothing will show up. Modern surveillance cameras have infrared functions so that things can still show up even in the dark, but the one I got from Ancient Alley was a really old model. If the camera goes out, nothing will show up. The screen went dark. Wasn't displaying anything anymore.
Well,
Hey.
No. No way. There's no doubt. But we didn't see her do it. It's possible she came to her senses and stopped. What the hell is that on the window? Excuse me? It's possible that she came to her senses and stopped, and then the killer finished the job.
You.
She ran away all of a sudden. I might be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? What does that mean? This shit always hints at something. trying to say something, so what is it? I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? I might be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? About what? She climbed the stepladder on her own. Is that what she's mad about? She climbed the stepladder? Investigate the conference room on the second floor. Is she upset about investigating the conference room? What is this? When did you get here?
Now then. All right.
Oh.
Hey, hey.
They're out of stock. It looked like there was one gown for each patient's room. Out of stock, one gown for each patient's room. So I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. Akane's innocent. Thought there'd be more. Thought there would be more. There weren't any gowns. That's right. Ibuki died wearing one, so the only one left is the one Nagito was wearing. What about yours? You had one. One gown for each patient's room. Not so at any one given time there were three. Ibuki, Nagito, Akane, and then what about the fourth one? I should just use Nagito. What about yours? What happened to yours? Go into it. Are you saying I should wear the one I already wore? That's gross. Let's wash it. No time to dilly-dally. I totally left Mikan back at the music venue. Yeah, you're supposed to be helping guard the bodies, right? No time to dilly-dally. I left her. Ibuki dies, the only one left is the one Naito's wearing. Hospital gowns. Out of stock. One gown for each patient's room. So I thought there'd be more in the empty rooms. do you mean more in the empty rooms? If there's one gown for each patient's room, what empty rooms? If you're talking about Ibuki's room, well, she had her gown, so why would there be more in her room after she leaves it? Okay. Ibuki died wearing one. So empty rooms you're talking about Ibuki and Naito's rooms after they leave. There is not one in Ibuki's room, but there is one in Naito's room. What about yours? What about the... She doesn't say anything about the fourth room. Anyway, point is, they're trying to tell me about the alibi of the gowns. I want to know about this room number 4. How about you look the fuck inside, you dumb bitch? That's not your decision, that's my decision, motherfucker. Bathroom. I want to know where the fuck is Nekomaru.
Hey.
Oh.
Hey. Aww. Hey, hey. Well, see?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hello! How's every the class trial? So, make sure you...
Yes, again. The only thing I can do is go.
Welcome! Wait! Monomy's such a dumb child.
Hey! Hey, hey! Yes?
Anyway...
Since Nekomaru is unfortunately unavailable today, let's just say he's absent.
Bye-bye!
What the fuck?
I won't let you.
Hey, hey! Huh?
Damn it!
Well,
It's best if we worry about ourselves for now. Except Nekomaru.
how about it?
What do
Oh my god. This is pissing me off. Poetic justice. What the fuck is poetic justice about this?
See?
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!
This is bad. Ah.
Fine. Let's make history.
Well? Hey.
Jeez.
Okay, think. Well, Monokuma cured the despair disease after the murders occurred, right? Then it couldn't be Nagito. Okay, so this is case 3. How many people are alive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people alive out of 16. Right? Okay, so it's 10. dude. 4 girls are dead? What the fuck? 2 guys are dead and 4 girls are dead. That's not fair.
Whatever you say, Mr. Sin.
Alright. I'm innocent. Nagito is innocent. He was bedridden until he was bedridden until this morning. I mean, finally he stabilized this morning, and that's when Mikan was finally ready to get some rest. But he just now stabilized, and before that he was bedridden for like 2 or 3 days, and he was delusional, and Mikan was watching him the whole time. So it cannot be Nagito. Unless Mikan is like... Unless Mikan is Mafia and Nagito acted as her accomplice. Fuck me. Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Okay, I want to put Nagito on the town list, but I cannot. Well, I know he was warm. I checked his temperature. I touched him, and he was warm. So I know it was real, right? He was warm. He was warm. I suppose it's... But... Was it bullshit about him having a fake name? I don't think we can... I don't think that's important right now. It's gonna be important later, but... The fact that he has a fake name... The fact that he's like secretly... Nekomaru. I hate that I have zero information about Nekomaru. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate it. I think Sonya's innocent. And then Mikan. But Mikan was watching Nagito the whole time, right? I mean, the day before. I think Hyoko was killed yesterday. Sometime yesterday, according to Sonya. Most likely. And yesterday, Mikan was at the hospital watching Nagito. And we were there at the hospital watching her watch Nagito. Except for nighttime. It's possible she did something at night, but the next morning, she woke me up in my room. We went back to the hospital. It couldn't be Mikan, right? But it could. Ibuki was in her room. Someone would have had to come to the hospital. She already was at the hospital. Oh my god, is it Mikan? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. She tells me, she wakes me up in the morning, she tells me, hey, Nagito is stabilizing. Why is he stabilizing? Is it because something you did? Is it by chance? No. It might be because someone's been killed already and Monokuma's administered the cure. So you come to my room before the morning announcement. Tell me Nagito stabilized and bring me to the hospital. And then you bring me to the hospital. You show me, we look at Nagito, we say like, hey, he's good. And then And then Mikan supposedly goes to rest upstairs in the on-call room. Supposedly. But in reality, she goes to the conference room where all her shit is set up. She uses the blackout curtains to stage broadcast. She brought a black curtain to the music venue to pretend, or to make us believe that's what happened. She's stolen the surveillance unit from the music venue, and she has it in the conference room. She must have done this just before waking up Hajime. So she takes it. She takes the surveillance unit to the hospital, immediately gets Hajime. She's on the clock. She doesn't want someone to discover the missing surveillance unit in the music venue. So she immediately brings Hajime to the hospital. Having Hajime... That's weird. There's... Okay. She could have chosen Hajime or Fuyuhiko. What's the difference? Why did she choose Hajime? I don't know. Does it matter? Probably not. But she brings Hajime to the hospital. So now, and this is before the morning announcement, which is 30 minutes before the scheduled phone call, the scheduled FaceTime, the scheduled Skype call. So she brought Hajime there.
Call. Wait a minute here.
She brought Hajime there on
It was
purpose.
a Skype call. That shit would have cut out the first second, and you wouldn't have seen shit. Fuck you! I'm taking your $50. I win.
So she brings Hajime to the hospital, and that puts Hajime at the right place in time to receive the broadcast. And I think that's too convenient. That's more than convenient. It's almost as if she brought him to the hospital intentionally so she could be certain that someone would receive the broadcast. Then she goes to the conference room, draws the curtains. She has the stolen surveillance unit. She begins the broadcast. Okay, by the time Hajime reaches the music venue, the stepladder's there, the candle's there, broken surveillance unit is there. Okay. I was unable to estimate a time of death. I'm so garbage. Okay. This scene was already in place before Hajime was awoken. Can I prove that? A body, Hiyoko was killed the previous day. The wallpaper and stickers were set up. Shortly after, Mikan made Ibuki kill herself. Whether or not Ibuki killed herself, the killer killed Hiyoko. So hemp bag, Ibuki's body, okay. So Ibuki could be killed anytime, like during the night. She could have been killed anytime. With a hemp bag. So you leave her body there. You plant a candle there. Fine. You plant... Clearly the black curtain is a decoy. Stepladder is there. There is blood on the stepladder. Which makes me think, I mean, there was no blood on the stepladder when during the broadcast. But that could mean two things. I feel like the blood, a blood stain like that makes me think someone pushed the stepladder. I mean, it's like a concentrated blood stain. If it was a natural blood stain, it should be like spread out or like whatever, but this is a concentrated blood stain, which makes me think it was pushed. But anyway, you leave the stepladder, you leave... I mean, the broken surveillance unit here could be a decoy. I mean, you plant this during the night and you leave it there. You plant a candle, you leave the stepladder. This whole crime scene is already set up. It's possible for this crime scene to be set up before Hajime wakes up. So, the real music venue surveillance unit is transferred to the hospital conference room, and a decoy surveillance unit is put in this music venue, and it's broken. Meanwhile, the conference room now has the equipment, so you can broadcast from the conference room to the hospital lobby. You have your black curtain in the conference room. You could have a candle. Why do you need a hemp bag on the victim? Because there's an actor, there's a fake, and you need the hemp bag to conceal the fact that it's an actor and it's a fake. But there's only one. No, you get 2 hemp bags. You get one for free. You buy one, get one. So you put one on Ibuki's head, you put one on your own head. I'm onto you. I'm fucking onto you. There's no blood stain. Bloodstain is on the first step below the blue one. So there should be a bloodstain on the right edge next to the second step. Okay, so there's the second step. There's the red edge. There's no bloodstain on it. So that means either the bloodstain was created after the video cut out, and or it means okay. Okay. So it means the bloodstain was created after this, after the video cut out, or it means this is a completely different stepladder. Then there's the question of if Mikan faked the broadcast in the conference room, how does the video cut out? If she's climbing the stepladder, the candle gets blown out and then the video stops. She can't do that if she's in this position. She needs a partner, an accomplice, which is Nagito. The victims are already dead. It's the next morning. Hajime is in the lobby. Mikan says, "What's up, freak? I need your help. Come with me to the conference room. It's simple. I just need you to blow out the candle when I reach the top." Nagito's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm in." And then he does it. So in my version of events, Mikan is an F tier character, and Nagito, and she trusted Nagito to be a freak. So I want to go back and re-examine everything Nagito said. What about this poetic justice bullshit? And if Nagito was the accomplice, then this whole time he knew, he had information. So I need to re-examine everything he said and done. This part, oops, we can, okay, that tells me nothing. More importantly, it's best if we worry about ourselves for now. If something happens here, every one of us except Nekomaru will die. Why are you so excited about that? Interesting question, Mikan. Coming from you, but still makes sense. Who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward. Mikan asks him a question and he says, who knows? Maybe I'm just looking forward to seeing poetic justice prevail. You'll find out soon enough. Interesting. Interesting. That's an interesting exchange. All the machines were lined up. So Fuyuhiko says he went with Mikan and then they separated for a short while. That's a shitty alibi. But not necessarily for him. Either one of them could have done something. And the fact that it was only for a short while, that's more than enough, considering I've proven Hiyoko was killed yesterday. So in other words, this proves that they have no alibi. Tweeted a little. If there are other surveillance camera units, wouldn't it be possible to transmit a signal to the hospital from those cameras? Only used as part of the same unit? Yeah, whatever. The video that was filmed. Okay, so the point is, you cannot mix them up. But that's not what happened. They didn't mix it up. They just transferred it. Even if another surveillance camera exists, it'd be impossible to broadcast with it. Yeah, but they didn't broadcast with a new one. They broadcasted it with the actual one. And then they used another surveillance camera and broke it as the decoy. Yeah. Why does the surveillance unit have to be broken? So that it's impossible to prove that they're no longer connected. It's impossible to prove that these are not the original surveillance units. If you turn them on and they do not connect to the hospital, then that's easy proof that they were replaced. So now I know why the unit was broken. It is a replacement unit, and it was broken to disguise the fact that it was a replacement for the original. I modify them and increase the wireless range. Yeah, whatever, that doesn't matter. If both sets are in the hospital, then it's gonna work. And the one that's in the music venue now is a decoy. Still be things to investigate in this hospital. It's impossible to broadcast with this. So it is possible that they did break the originals. So now there's 2 broken sets, but that's not important. Rope hanging from the ceiling. Okay, hold on. There's a couple of things I want to check. I'm gonna have to reload a save file and look at the VOD. But let me write this down. Check number of step ladders. Check ceiling of.
I can scour the VOD if you want me. You want to split the. Want me to do one of those?
Sure. Yes, please.
Alright.
I'm thinking about.
I charge $5 per piece.
I'm thinking about rewatching my whole VOD one more time after I'm finished, as a final sanity check.
So you're probably not doing trial tonight then, or
I
stay up looking.
I might stay up. I don't know. I am tired already.
You're always tired.
Yeah. So maybe I'll finish thinking tonight, and then I'll rewatch the VOD, and then tomorrow I'll do the trial maybe. So what? They stage the video and then they dispose of. Well, I checked the conference room and I didn't find anything, so they must have disposed of the stepladder, disposed of the candle, disposed of the rope, disposed of the hemp bag. I mean, I suppose it's possible. Rope, bag, candle, those are easy to dispose of. Stepladder would be the hardest, but still.
Posted a picture of the storage room when you first explore it.
Interesting. There's 2 stepladders. Very interesting. Notice that they're both gone now. Last time I checked, it was just the wall was empty and it was just the spotlights on the floor. Very interesting.
What else did you need?
The conference room of the hospital. I need to look at
Just
the
a
ceiling.
picture of it?
Yeah. Look at the ceiling to see if there's anything from which you can hang rope. Well, I think it's becoming clear that this thing has been staged, and the time and place of the staging is also clear. It was broadcast live in the morning before the announcement, just after Mikan brought me to the hospital. And the only other place where you could stage it is in the conference room where you have the matching black curtain. So the time and location is clear, and the only person that could have been there at that time and location was Mikan. Ibuki was dead already. Akane was, I don't know, doing whatever.
Alright, send the picture of the conference room.
Okay. Who else went in and out of the hospital? Well, Fuyu. So, I mean, so technically, the suspects are the people who went in and out of the hospital. It was staged in the hospital, which definitively means that the killer was in and out of the hospital. So that means it has to be Mikan, Nagito, and they're most likely, or Akane and Fuyuhiko. But I feel like Akane is innocent. Fuyuhiko, I feel like he's innocent. I mean, well, the thing is, there was clearly an accomplice, right? If you're staging that, you have a second person blowing out the candle while you are on the stepladder. So, I've proven that there is an accomplice. And the only person on this island that's willing to be an accomplice, I mean, you gain nothing from being an accomplice. Unless you're a freak like Nagito. So this tells me that the accomplice has to be Nagito. And the only... But the killing... But the disease was cured after the killing. Which means that Nagito could not be the killer. And Akane could not be the killer. Which means... the killer has to be Mikan or Fuyuhiko. And I think it's Mikan? Do I have evidence that it's Mikan and not Fuyuhiko? Well... if anyone, it would have had to be Mikan, right? I'm sure there's evidence. Let me think for a second. Mikan. If they were killed with a blade-like tool. Mikan's in the hospital, and there's gonna be like equipment in the hospital. There is like medical supplies in the on-call room. So it is makes sense that it could be Mikan. She has this blade. she was not planning to kill Hiyoko, so it seems like random chance that she had a weapon when she encountered Hiyoko, but it's possible. I mean, I can't say it's impossible. It's lucky, but it's possible. Like, just imagine Mikan has like a scalpel in her pocket 24/7. She's setting up the she's preparing to kill Ibuki. Hiyoko shows up. She kills Hiyoko to keep her silent with her scalpel or whatever. It's possible. Yeah, certainly it's possible. Okay. Yeah, there's pipes overhead. Plenty of pipes. There's a Monokuma sticker!
Did you get that one?
I don't know.
I don't remember if you got it when you were in there with Chiaki or not. I just saw it up there. I remember that, but I was just like, oh, is he gonna see it? Oh, dude, there's a Monokuma up there.
Okay.
I hope you got it when you fucking were in there with Chiaki.
Yeah. Is it gone forever after this chapter?
Yep.
What?
I mean, you've already missed some anyway on the other chapters.
Yeah.
Not like you need coins, so.
Yeah.
But that's $10 for every missing Monokuma, so.
Wait.
What? If you can change the rules to $50, I can change the rules too.
Oh, water. She mentioned the conference room. I might just be overthinking, but did she seem a little upset? Well, it's possible. You know what? Ultimate Nurse. It's too convenient that you're unable to help Nekomaru, unable to help Fuyuhiko. Too convenient, you know what I'm saying? She refused to help Nekomaru and Fuyuhiko, who were on the brink of death. She's like reluctant to save lives, reluctant to increase her competition. Akane was injured and she healed Akane, but it was just like not life-threatening, so she's like, well, whatever. And there was that one time when she like yelled at someone, and it was extremely out of character. I don't know. My trust for Mikan is plummeting. Uh, Ultimate nurse my fucking ass, dude. Ultimate piece of trash. Ultimate stupid bitch. I hate you. Fuck you. I trust Sonya. Trust Chiaki. Trust you. Trust you. There's nothing that ties this case to Nekomaru. Fiko. Yeah, I trust everyone. I mean, ignoring evidence. I give everyone else a town read above Mikan. I trust you. Yeah. And then when I do think about the evidence, it all points to Mikan. There's just one thing. 2 victims. Cause of death was crushed windpipe. Yes, I know. You know what? A nurse would be skilled at killing people. Or would know how to kill someone instantly. You know, what's a vital area to strike? What will kill someone instantly? Bloodstains on the souls. This means that she was killed after Hiyoko. This is Hiyoko's blood. This tells the time and place of Hiyoko's death. It was at the music venue where Ibuki hung herself. And it was before Ibuki hung herself. And that's why it's on her feet. Rope. No doubt the cause of death was her hanging. Fine. Room key. This means that Hiyoko Hiyoko went to the music venue willingly, and then by chance she encountered Mikan. Wrong place, wrong time. So yeah, she went there willingly, which means that the murder was not planned, which is why it is unrelated to the movie or whatever. But the point is, this was unplanned. It was just by coincidence. Hiyoko brought Ibuki to the music venue. She's setting up the crime scene, and Hiyoko walks in, and meanwhile Mikan kills Hiyoko on the stage or whatever. If Hiyoko died on the stage, it's probably Mikan brought Ibuki to the music venue. They went to the stage, and then Mikan told Ibuki to stay and wait on the stage while she fetches stuff from the storage room, Hiyoko shows up while Mikan is in the storage room. She sees Ibuki and she's like, what the fuck's going on? And then she goes up to the stage where Ibuki is waiting, and she talks to Ibuki. Meanwhile, Mikan emerges from the storage room. She sees Hiyoko and it's like, this bitch has to die. And so Mikan kills Hiyoko there on the stage. Yeah. And then she has the rest of the night to arrange her crime scene and hide evidence, change her clothes, get rid of the blood stains, do whatever she has to do. She has all night. She has the whole island, she has the supermarket, she has everything. Scrap of paper. I already know this is used to hide Hyoko's body. Black curtain, not wide enough because it doesn't belong here. And it doesn't need to be wide enough, it just needs to mimic the conference room. Fine. Stepladder on the music venue, tipped on its side. Bloodstain on the left side. This could be from the killing, or it could be from... Either way, it's Hyoko's blood, and the point is that this proves the two separate stepladders. Candle. A candle is small, portable, easy to transfer, dispose of. Surveillance camera unit put inside the music venue. And smashed to pieces. Or so they want me to think. AC was cranked up to 86. Extremely hot. Yeah, I already know they're disguising the time of death. And I think a nurse is... I mean, anyone could think of that, but a nurse is more likely to think of that. It's not evidence, but the point is, hide the time of death. Hyoko's bloodstain. This is it. This is the only piece of evidence that I do not understand. I don't know what this is. I don't know why. Strange glob stuck to where both music venue doors touch each other. What the fuck does that mean? I have to figure out why. Why was this here? Why did it have to be here? What does it do? There is a glob where the doors touch each other. So you have these doors, and then the glob is right here. But why? Why? Does that help you hide the evidence? Does that help you lock the door? Does it? Where did it come from? It's green. Is there anything else that's green? Can I connect this to any other piece of evidence? Did it keep the door shut? No, that was the drumstick, right? Unless the drumstick... Was the drumstick a decoy? So they put a broken drumstick down in front of the door to make you think the drumstick was used to bar the door. But if that's true, there's no other entrances or exits, which means that if they're barring the door with a drumstick, they can only do that from the inside, right? If it's a push open door, so it must be that the drumstick was used. The drumstick was broken beforehand. And this glob is actually some sticky thing. It turns from a liquid into like a solid. You put it into the door frame, and then it hardens and seals the door. So you can do that from either side of the door. You put this liquid stuff in the door frame from either side of the door. It hardens and seals the door. Meanwhile, you put the broken drumsticks on the ground to make it look like the room is barred from the inside. So Mikan uses this to seal the door and then leaves and rejoins everyone else. I'm convinced. And this mystery chemical mixture thing, it seems like something a nurse would have access to or have knowledge of. It seems like something that they'd be likely to have. And I mean, maybe this is a like ointment or salve or something that nurses use to like seal a body cavity or something. So I mean, it's possible it could be anyone, but it seems likely. It seems like another finger pointed at Mikan. And I think with that was the last piece of evidence, and now I think I understand this case completely. Right up until the Monokuma announcement, Mikan was with Hajime. Right up until the Monokuma announcement.
Make him pay, Hentai! Make him pay!
Despair Doctor, hello.
Make him pay, Hentai! Make him pay!
Thanks for hanging out. You're witnessing me find the truth with my amazing Phoenix Wright skills. So right up until the Monokuma announcement, again, convenient that she's here before the Monokuma announcement. You know, why did she come here at this time? Because it fits her murder plan. There's no other reason. Afterwards, she went to the hospital. Right up until the Monokuma announcement, Mikan was with Hajime the whole time. Afterwards, she went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. Sure you did. Check on everyone. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, she apparently met up with Fuyuhiko. Okay, well, she was with Hajime, went to the hospital, Ibuki disappeared. Rushed out of the hospital. She went to check, she realized, okay, she was with Hajime, she went to the hospital, check on everyone, Ibuki disappeared, search for Ibuki. Okay. Person, hospital gown, hemp bag on their head, Willingly climb a stepladder toward a noose. Hospital gown. Wait, okay, Akane gave me some info about the number of gowns. So... Oh, I feel like the number of gowns is not important. Ibuki has 1. That means there's 2 more. Maybe 3 if you count the 4th room. Nagito is wearing a gown. Okay. So Ibuki had her gown the whole time. And... So Ibuki had her gown the whole time. Akane had hers the whole time, probably. Naruto is probably wearing his. Okay, so I think in reality, there could be a 4th gown for the 4th room, but I feel like that's not important, and I think what they're trying to tell me is Ibuki's gown and Akane's gown are accounted for, which means the gown that's used in this fake recording is Nagito's, and that is proof. Now I have solid proof that Nagito cooperated. I have proof that Nagito is the accomplice. Oh my god, I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital, split up to search for Ibuki. After they met in the front, they split up, which means Mikan's unaccounted for. She could have gone the other direction, gone to the music venue, checked the movie theater, checked Electric Avenue, didn't find anyone. Apparently Fuyuhiko and Mikan were only separated for a short time. A short time is more than enough. She's not killing anyone. The victims are already dead. The crime scene's already set up. She only has to do like 2 things. A short time is more than enough. That's this alibi means it does not prove her innocent. Sonia. Yeah. Invitation ticket. Why is this important? Invitation ticket. 1 ticket was passed out per person. 13th? Okay, it says 13th. Meaning I'm the 13th person who's seen this movie. 1 ticket per person. Date it was passed out is printed on the ticket. Date? Are you telling me it's the... Are you telling me that today is the 13th? Or are you telling me I'm the 13th person? Date. 1 ticket is passed out per person. Invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. 1 ticket passed out per person. The date is printed on the ticket. Date 10:04 a.m. Morning is like what, 7 a.m.? 13th, but what is the purpose? Okay, let me how many 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's inactive. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So at most 11. Hell, at most. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people. 11 people saw the movie. Maybe 12 if you're counting Nekomaru. But you shouldn't. Or Monomi. But again, you shouldn't. So 13 must not be the number of people, right? (10:04 a.m.) 1 per person. Date it was passed out is printed on the ticket. Date it was passed out. 10:04 a.m. Wizard of Monomi. So what is the point of this? 10:04 a.m. The date it was passed out. Are you trying to tell me I watched the movie at 10:04 a.m.? Okay, but that doesn't tell me anything about the murder. The 13th. The only possible meaning of this is that 13 people. If 13 represents the number of people who've seen the movie, then I could use that to prove that Mikon saw the movie. And that would motivate her first imitation. But I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Monomi. If Monomi is 13. So 13 max is possible. Do I know what date it is? What day is it today? I'll buy some skills later too. Okay, I don't... This ticket... Date it was passed out. Is that a typo? It's supposed to say time? If 13 is supposed to indicate how many people have seen the movie, I feel like the text description should say something about that. I don't know. Monomi tote bag. A Monomi tote bag that was sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item because only one person can buy it. Apparently, you get another bag for free when you purchase it. Tote bag. Anatomy tote bag. Sold at the movie theater. Sold at the movie theater. It's a limited item. Only one person can buy it. You get another bag for free when you purchase it. This is kind of silly. This is... Well... I mean... You could have chosen any bag from the supermarket. So the killer didn't have to do the tote bag, but... I guess it's not impossible. Movie, 3 deaths, Monomy Scarecrow hung herself. Lion full of arrows, not accurate. Tin Man. Well, if Monokuma were to prevent death number 3, then death number 3 would have been the chopping. If this was actually a imitation, then the second death should have been arrows, and then the third death would have been prevented by Monokuma. Okay, so I mean, I understand this. There's 2 bags. One of them was used for the staging. So I guess the only thing that I don't understand is this kind of... One per person. Okay, so what? How does that tell me who killed them? Who killed... Invitation ticket. Or is this evidence going to be used in a way that I cannot imagine? Is it going to be like, Mikon, show us your ticket? And then it's going to say, when did you watch the movie? And it's going to prove that you did see it. Okay, it's pretty good movie theater, but it doesn't prove that you bought the bag. Not my good job of telling us who bought the bag. One ticket was passed out per person. The date it was printed out. The date it was passed out was printed on the ticket. Prepared by Monokuma. One ticket per person, and the date was passed out. It's printed on the ticket. Invitation ticket prepared by Monokuma. One ticket per person. Date it was passed out. How does that help? One per person. Okay. Oh, 13th? Is 13th saying the day of the month? If it says, if 13 is true, then If 13 people saw the movie, that means Monomi and Nekomaru saw the movie. If Nekomaru saw the movie, what does that mean? Does that mean he's around? Does that mean he's active? I don't like this. I feel like this evidence is unclear. Okay, let me think. Let me double check and make sure. Is there any evidence? Okay. My guess is Mikan. Is there any evidence that points to Nekomaru or Fuyuhiko explicitly? Unless I find something like that, I'm not gonna give up on Mikan. Sharp edge tool. Fuyuhiko or Nekomaru. Fuyuhiko or Nekomaru. Well, you use the stepladder to tie the rope and then... Yes. You turn the AC down. Now to 76. Found a music venue. blood stain wipe off the floor.
Are they committing or are they backing out? Committing or backing out?
Shows a person. Yeah. They willingly stepped. Okay. Here you go.
Tom mid.
If she's wearing Nagito's gown. Maybe this person is
Both
wearing
of them.
Nagito's gown. Where's Miko? We need your gown. And then I don't know where Fuyuhiko was in the morning. I did not see him at the cottage. I did not see him arrive at the hospital. So and I did not. And I did not see. I did not see him arrive at the hospital. I did not see him. I mean, we went home together. And then I went to sleep. Could it be Fuyuhiko?
I just had a pistol. I
Technically.
just had a pistol, bro. You want me to peek two people? You want me to peek two people at the same time with a pistol?
There were three deaths. Get in the back for free. One ticket per person. They split up. Technically, it could be either of them. She went to the hospital to check on everyone. Ibuki's disappeared. She went to the hospital to check on everyone and realized that Ibuki had disappeared. When she rushed out of the hospital to search for Ibuki, rushed out of the hospital. She met up with Fuyuhiko. Fuyuhiko met Mikan in front of the hospital. Met Mikan in front of the hospital. Met Fuyuhiko. Okay. Technically, it could be either of them. On the floor. AC. Surveillance camera, step ladder. Black curtain. Paper. Key to motel room that Hyoko was staying in. Technically, it could be Fuyuhiko or Mikan. Let me hold on. Am I forgetting something? You're not allowed to eat or drink in the hospital. Whatever. You're not allowed to sleep overnight in the hospital. Mikan is, but Fuyuhiko is not. Does that even matter? Can't eat or drink. Mikan's allowed to stay overnight. Fuyuhiko is not. Not allowed to eat or drink. Okay. What is possible only for Mikan? That is not possible for Fuyuhiko. I think there is something. But what? Can I say she kills them and then but then he shows up. Mikan and Fuyuhiko show up and then we go.
Why did you pull out the hot hands?
Okay, so she brings me to the hospital and she's like, oh no. Okay, see, the thing is, what could Mikan do that Fuyuhiko couldn't? Mikan brought Hajime to the hospital at the exact time so Hajime could see the broadcast. Fuyuhiko, that's not possible for Fuyuhiko. If Fuyuhiko was the killer, if Fuyuhiko is trying to stage the broadcast, then if Fuyuhiko's trying to stage the broadcast, then he has no way of knowing when someone will receive the transmission. Only Mikan can guarantee that someone will see their transmission, and she did that by bringing Hajime to the hospital in the morning 30 plus minutes before the scheduled transmission time. So that's something that only Mikan could do. She brought Hajime to the hospital conveniently before the transmission, 30 minutes before the transmission time, and yeah, Mikan brought Hajime 30 minutes before the transmission time, and a transmission happened at that moment. Only Mikan could have planned that. Of course, Mikan has an accomplice, but that's Nagito, which is proven by the robe, the use of the robe. Unless Fuyuhiko and Mikan were both in on it, and then and Nagito gave them his robe, which is possible, but it makes no sense because only one of them will get credit for the kill, and one of them will die. And Mikan is not okay with dying, and Fuyuhiko's not okay with dying. Nagito's okay with dying. So yeah, it had to be Mikan. Yeah, so that tells me it's Mikan instead of Fuyuhiko. And Nekomaru has... I hate to say it, but I have zero info on Nekomaru. Can I make the same argument? I think so. I mean, by the same argument, it has to be Mikan, it cannot be Fuyuhiko, and it cannot be Nekomaru. If Nekomaru is the killer and he's trying to stage the broadcast in the conference room, well, he has no way of knowing when Hajime is going to receive the transmission. Only Mikan knows when Hajime is going to receive the transmission. Mikan is the only one who could have planned, I'm going to wake up Hajime, I'm going to bring him here exactly at this time, 30 minutes before the transmission is supposed to happen, and then I'm going to stage the transmission, Hajime's going to see it, and then mission complete. So yeah, it has to be her. I think I'm ready. I think I'm finished. So I am going.
Locking it.
Well, I'm going to. I want to rewatch the VOD still. I'm gonna rewatch the VOD.
Alright, it's $5 per rewatch.
Wait.
What?
So I'm officially. So I'm gonna lock in officially after I watch the VODs, but
Locking in $10.
My pre-lock is Mikan.
A pre-lock, that's $10 to do a pre-lock.
This fucking bitch. Stupid fucking F tier bitch.
A tier?
Killed my wife.
If there's anything I know about your F tiers is they don't last long.
Save. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Gonna spend the rest of the night rewatching my VOD. And then tomorrow we'll come back. I will lock in officially. And then we will do the trial.
The post lock?
Moida lock. Oh my god. But I think I got it. I think I'm a genius. For the first time. I think I got it right.
The first time. You just said earlier that you're the smartest person that ever lived. You're a Phoenix Wright master.
This time for real. This time.
So you were lying earlier? Interesting.
Oh, this person has Gundam hamster emotes. That's cute.
Yep. I don't know if it's something that you noticed, but the hamsters are like named after the
Manga Jump San. After what?
like Shonen Jump. Like they're named after the Japanese magazines.
Oh.
Are they all Shonen ones? I know Shonen Jump, but
Yeah, Jump. I don't know the others. Alright, end of stream. We'll come back tomorrow.